Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and I just got back from the new film Bully. Bully is, of course, the documentary about bullying, which is under the pretense to stop bullying. I was bullied a little bit in the school. I mean, middle school was pretty horrible. So I've been there before, and I used to, when I was in high school and middle school, I used to think like stopping bullying was really important. Even when Columbine happened, I thought, that's really something that they should look at, is that these kids were bullied a lot, and it kind of like whittled them down until like they kind of, it puts you in a really bad mental space, and like you do a lot of stupid and destructive things to yourself because you're so harassed and like you feel kind of worthless. There was one part that really stuck out to me and was like kind of a lot of my confrontations with a bully and the adult. Is usually the bully would be like, oh no, I'm so sorry, and I'll shake hands. And there's this part in this movie where the guy was like, I'll shake hands with you, I'll make up, I'm sorry about this. And the kid's like refusing because the other kid's a total dick. And like the teacher's like, well, if you don't say you're sorry, you're just like him. And you're like, no, not really. And it's like, and that would happen to me a lot. That really struck me and affected me, and I was really like taken aback by how real that was. I mean, that was like something right out of my childhood. However, the rest of this movie is really not very well made. It's very disorganized. There's little to no structure, I'd say, but they don't know how to distinguish the various plot lines very well. So oftentimes when they'll switch between them, I'm kind of like really disoriented on what's going on. I don't understand what they were thinking with the cinematography, because it is just horrible. It felt like this film was message over filmmaking 100%, because they have this father talking about his kid who committed suicide because of bullying, and they're not shooting his face. Like it was like his from here down, and then it takes them forever to get the camera to show his face going in and out of focus, and these kind of Instagram filters they put on everything was giving it some sort of a style, but it really just annoyed me. It was just fell flat and just looked like crummy filmmaking. It would have all these moments where a parent would be crying and we'd have sad piano music, or we'd see a gate close and be sad guitar music, or like dime store philosophy from one of the kids. It's so black and white. Like we never hear from the bullies. We never understand why someone bullied someone. And I think as someone who was teased and stuff, you do go home and I'll like be mean to my little sister, or like you'd be mean to somebody else who you knew you could be mean to. And I don't think I'm alone in that. This was funded by various educational institutes and supported by all these anti-bullying organizations and everything. Other than that one scene, most of it I could see right through it the entire time. It was very manipulative. It wasn't good at it. Even Michael Moore could make good propaganda, but this movie is so interested in the message, it forgets completely about the filmmaking. As long as you're getting funding from all these educational organizations and anti-bullying organizations, and they're helping promote it and everything, clearly they're not going to help something out that's a little more of an interesting, critical look at this, which I would have appreciated a lot more, rather than, these kids have it so rough, bullying is evil, go to this website at the end. I'm surprised there wasn't a petition when I walked out. I don't really like this movie. I definitely don't think bullying is a good thing. I do think maybe they should be a little more tough on bullies at schools, and I've always felt that way, but I just don't think it's very realistic, because you can't watch these kids like a hawk, like it's like some bizarre Orwellian nightmare of a school, because that's gonna be just as awful. So it's just like, I don't think there's really a simple solution like we can stop bullying in our lifetimes. I mean, animals bully each other. There's no way we will ever stop bullying. It's unfortunate. I don't particularly like that we can't stop it, but it's just completely unrealistic. And I think that shows why this film is kind of so poorly made, because even the message is naive and not very well thought out. And when you get down to it, this is just what this movie is it's pretty unremarkably badly made propaganda. I feel for all these kids. I hope, their lives get better. But when I was being bullied, I always thought, eventually I won't be in school and I won't have to see these people anymore. And that's also what I thought when I saw this movie, is that eventually I won't have to sit here and see this crap, and I can go home and review it and pan it, and then we can all move on the next day. So if you have seen Bully and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments, and subscribe if you would like to. I'm okay with negative comments. I'm okay with that.